Shit. Okay.
Okay,
I
we're
see you,
live.
be fine.
By the way.
Oh, we're live?
Oh yeah, we're live.
You got to post the
Oh
link
my
so
god,
people can
Corey.
actually show up.
Where do I post it? Sim channel? I can't do that.
But you can put it in SHL announcements. No, you can't put it there. Just do it in JGM chat, I guess.
No, send it to Chase or
Oh my
Jess, and they'll
god.
post it.
I can post in the rookie Discord. I don't care.
That's why I usually prepare the link before and send it. But yeah, I should have said
People
that.
don't want to be here. They just don't know it yet. Oh, Swoosh already posted it. All right, so we'll just wait a little bit for people to show up.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
they could probably hear what we're saying right now. I don't know
Yeah,
if they
but
can hear
we'll
me actually. Oh no, I did turn my mic back on. I thought I turned it off, and I was like, yeah, sneaky.
just give it a little bit of time for people to see the link is there.
Mhm.
No.
No. That's a good reason.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the S75 SHL Entry Draft. Today we're going to be seeing a lot of new and old faces go to new teams and some old teams, and players will be acquired and trades will allegedly be made, and mock drafts will be ruined because you all suck at putting mocks together, so I get shitty average TPE.
Yeah, I really think that if we're on the draft stream, we should just get average. Oh, but wait, you already
True.
do, so
I mean,
that
I
sucks.
can't because I don't have an SHL player, so this mock draft means nothing.
So why are you here then?
That's a good question.
Why are any of us here? Truly a great question. The existential
Oh, we're going
thoughts of us
existential
all.
at SHL today. You get us three together, and we do an existential draft. That's okay.
It's all right. I'll bring the positivity in here because we got a massive draft once again. Last year was, I think, even bigger, but this year also pretty darn big. There was like, what, 90 people, still about 60 active currently. So gonna be going into the fourth round mayhaps.
I hope it's not
Yeah,
that long.
some might even say Edmonton could be making a pick. I doubt it though.
All right,
But
should we actually
yeah,
look at the draft board?
Or should we actually also introduce ourselves? Who doesn't know us at this point?
if they don't know us, they don't deserve to know us.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've done enough of these drafts. It's
I
fine.
bet
I
people
mean, there
don't
are
know who I
first
am.
gens, I guess, but
I bet that people don't know who I am.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
still quite a few first
we're
gens.
sparing them from knowing who you are, Corey.
That's
fair.
also a good point.
All right, I'm going into the draft board, and then we can introduce ourselves if we want.
All right.
Okay, that's valid.
Let's see if it works. See if Scory screwed this up. Okay, it's taking way too long. Guys, it's working.
Yeah. So we have the first round of the draft board up here. The first 3 rounds, I suppose. The Montreal Patriots, they'll be picking first after a dismal season, as to be expected for a team that blew up everything to work towards the progress of their ultimate goal of getting that first overall pick. A long-time strong contender, the Buffalo Stampede, acquiring this pick from Calgary many seasons ago and turning into a second overall selection, a good haul for them. And rounding out the top 4 of the lottery selections, we have Seattle and Manhattan, 2 teams that have been building for a while now after being strong contenders and looking to aim up and start coming back to those old contending stages.
Wow, how nicely summed up.
True.
And lots of teams to be looking out for in this draft, as Buffalo has 3 first-round picks. So does Toronto, originally having 4. However, they traded for 10th overall, giving picks 16 and 17 to Calgary earlier this week. So Calgary getting 2 picks to Toronto's 1. Toronto moving up, Calgary moving down.
I just thank you for saying Calgary like a normal person.
How
I don't know
how
if
is it not said normally?
If you ever listen to Toast, he says Calgary and
Calgary.
Calgary. So that's Toast roast number 1. So
Calgary, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have pick 36? Is that a true thing? I think the draft board might be a little wrong. Mainly because I don't think we have a pick.
That's not my job.
I don't care.
Don't ping me. That's not my job.
I'll take the pick. I don't care. But I don't think we have pick 36. But introducing us, we have Brandon and Brandon.
True. And Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, Corey.
Yeah.
And Fish is doing the back end stuff. Also, if anyone doesn't hate Jert and wants to apply for the events head position, just send him a message because he cries every time he has to do one of these still.
Please.
And it gets a little sad.
And I am Naomi for the last one to be introduced here, I do believe.
Naomi's the one that's just she's gonna be the one that just brings us back.
Yeah, just tries to tie this in from the craziness that we are.
Someone made the poor decision to put HFFO, Corey, and myself on the same draft and expect it to go smoothly.
And put me in charge of clicking buttons. I'm notoriously ADD, so.
But with that, we do have the first overall selection on the clock. The Montreal Patriots, after their long season, will be selecting from the. Are we good to go here?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm
From the
ready.
Quebec City Citadels, Demir Bologna, the user Calicar. Longtime eternal simmer prior. Kind of did it all by himself for what seemed like forever. A pillar of consistency. However, if he tries to play a new game with you, he is anything but a pillar of consistency, as he changes games he plays every other freaking day. Cal is a really friendly guy. He's loved by pretty much everyone who talks to him. He's also a Stormlight Archives fan, based on his old player, and he's a great pick for Montreal to help kick off that rebuild with. Yeah, excellent first round selection here.
Cal also number 1 in the J draft. Now flowing to number 1 in the SHL draft. Doesn't always happen, but like when you get someone like Cal, it's kind of just natural that they're gonna go double number 1.
Yeah, I mean, especially such a legendary user that even I, first gen last season, have only heard like rumors about the entire time, and having a bunch of jokes saying, when is Cal finally going to recreate? Well, it happened, and not only did it happen, but he definitely did very well in the draft, both drafts.
Cal's great. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Cal's awesome. Cal has saved my life more times than I can count when it comes to things in the league. So it makes sense. He's at number one. I'm sure the team at number two is upset that he wasn't there, but you know that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever we move to number 2, you'll really get to see the difference in like high quality users to low quality users.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that you might say, "Wow, that's a great pick," and then other picks you just kind of go like,
Wow,
"What were they
that's a
thinking?"
choice. So I think with that we move into number 2 now. Yeah.
Yeah, at the second overall selection, the Buffalo Stampede will be selecting Cal Akar Kekkonen, the user Wannabe Finn.
Bust.
Kind of a notorious bully for just hating on teams that aren't Buffalo. Just not a really friendly person. No, I'm kidding.
Ohio.
Finn is the commissioner of our league, and we love him, and he will not ban us or take away our pay for this stream.
Yes, it will. I think it's gone already.
I hope not.
But yeah, his render here is a RuneScape character because he's a big RuneScape fan. He's going to be a max earning player for Buffalo. GM'd Buffalo for a very long time. Was taken over by Tommen. So they got to be excited to be bringing him back. Yeah, there's an obvious pipeline of Cal heading back. Finn heading back to Buffalo, where he was for a very long time.
Is this the first time he's gotten drafted in like 40 seasons though?
No, he wasn't. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's ever had to actually be drafted to a team because he just got auto drafted to Buffalo over and over. So
And
Sure, it's draft circumvention. We're gonna have to look back and check into that.
And something that a lot of people have been pointing out both in stream and beforehand, we have Calicar going first and second overall, the user Calicar going first overall, as well as Cal Akar, the player, going second. So what a legend, going first and second overall. Just goes to show how good these users are.
Yeah, but if you don't go third overall as well, does anyone care?
I mean, I guess we'll have to find out with Seattle's pick, won't we?
Yeah, if you're not first and second and third, then you're last, right? That's how this
True.
goes.
That is Ricky Bobby, I believe. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, the aforementioned Seattle Argonauts had a recent GM change. Eddie, another longtime Seattle user, taking over for Adam as he went to depart for better pastures and depression at being a teacher and having to teach in the education system. But the Argonauts will be selecting the player Pinley Switchbang, the user Leviathan.
yeah, Levy's great.
Is he still our PT head, or is
Nope.
he? Okay, he was our PT head for a while.
Correct. I think his last player was on New Atlanta, Texas, and I'm worried I'm forgetting a team in there. But Levy's great user, huge ad, absolutely worthy of number 3. Had a good season in Colorado as well. So this should be a really, really good move for a Seattle team that's really in that rebuild phase. Levy's absolutely the kind of guy you're going to want to rebuild
Also,
team around.
Speaking of back-to-back, we have another MMO character picture. It looks like a World of Warcraft character for Leviathan here. But Pinley Switchbang is an excellent gnome name if his character's a gnome, so that's pretty great.
Oh, it is absolutely fantastic. I love the name.
It's an amazing.
Some of the
really
names,
good name.
some of the names that people end up making are absolutely fantastic. Never change.
Yeah, it's a fantastic name.
Dynamite drop in, Monty.
I would never be that clever. Oh God, someone has. Oh
True.
God, I'm so confused. Hold on. We're good. We're good.
All right. So this pick is kind of in honor of Corey a little bit. The Manhattan
boy.
Rage will be selecting at pick 4. The player Nicholas Sunkfist, the user Halcohol. I think his Discord is Halcoholic. So yeah, a little bit to honor
Wait a
Corey
second.
here.
Is that why it's in honor of me?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's so good. Hawk is great. His last player was on Atlanta, or not Atlanta. I keep mixing it up. New England. Formerly ran the draft streams, or at least helped with the draft streams. Took a little bit of a break. Now he's back. It seems like Great Falls was really a big fan of him, and I'm not shocked to see Manhattan grab him this high at 4. It's Halk's a really, really good user. Really, really good ad.
Yeah, no, he's been pretty active in the S75 Discord there. Been pretty friendly. I think he came back after a little bit of a break, but yeah, he's been active and noticeable, and seems like a good guy and a great ad for Manhattan to
Yeah,
bring in that core. Also,
love
that's
Halk.
3 defensemen in the top 4 pick here. So
That's the way
Uh,
it goes, man. It's
if you look, anybody wondering what the premium position is, there it is.
well, yeah,
Yeah, there it
goalie
is.
PP doesn't matter. Everyone's creating a forward, so like it's that long run of defensemen kind of slowing down a bit, maybe coming to fruition, unfortunately. But I'm not gonna go on that rant yet.
All right, but
We'll
this will
still go
bring
for
up
it.
the Minnesota Monarchs on the clock, a team that has been in kind of a flux state for a while. They've got some really excellent pieces looking to turn the corner. The Monarchs at pick 5 will be selecting Mia Lavoie, the user Kayamprak, heading
I
to
was just
the
a
Minnesota
Kai.
Monarchs.
Yeah, Kai's last player was Sarah Burke, I believe, who was on pretty sure Los Angeles, if I remember correctly. Another really good user I know was one of the really good players drafted to a really strong main class in the last J draft, and
Mhm.
you can see Maine made another really good run this year. Should be a really, really good addition to that Minnesota team. That's had a lot of really good drafts, and you gotta think that Minnesota team's gotta be turning the corner here soon.
Very
And
hopefully.
I think Kai is gonna be a big part of that.
Well, the big question in this offseason as well for Minnesota is what happens with Alex Piastri.
Yeah.
So that's to be decided, but that'll be a big factor. But bringing in a talented winger, and I believe this pick comes with a bonus pick later in the draft, as you know, we'll get there eventually. But it's a 2-for-1 as far as I remember. So that's always a good bonus as well for a great user.
I mean, unless the GMs decide to spice things up a little bit. who
Unless
knows?
Luke
That
has a
is true.
pick. Oh, pick 20. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes when we get to 20. Yeah.
But pick 6 on the clock, the Toronto North Stars, the oft-loved and talked about Wally, just a great guy to
Molly.
hang out with. Yeah, Wally. The question of whether or not he's driving is probably because he's not the one doing the
He's
the
always
pick
driving.
selection.
Wally's
Yeah,
always in the
yeah.
car.
Yeah, that is
He's
true.
always drunk and always in a
I
car. and
literally
somehow
think
never
he
arrested.
drives like 12 hours a day and he drinks 12 hours a day. I think it's split 50-50.
That's just that Wisconsin lifestyle, baby.
Just lives in the car.
Yeah, he's kind of like
no,
if
he's
Eric
drinking.
Foreman was liked.
Oh my god.
Just don't finish that. I don't know where you're going. Just don't.
But at pick 6, the Toronto North Stars are selecting Slava Ukraini Heroyem Slava, the user Leafs for the win 1967.
Or you say your mean things first, and I'll say the nice things.
Oh, worst user. He is not nice. Nobody likes him. I can't even believe that someone would pick him this high. Darian is, just one of the meanest people you'd ever meet. It's really crazy. I had to spend 3-4 years in a locker room with him, and oof, man. No, I
Would
love
you say
Darian.
Darian's the
For
reason
anyone
he
who
drank?
doesn't know, me and Darian are really close friends. I'm just
I said a lot of very nice things in the J draft when UConn took Darian. All of that still remains true. Darian's great. I believe this is the first time he's ever ended up in Toronto, or at least ever since I ended up on the site. So a really, 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 really
yeah,
good
he was in Calgary
yeah.
and then
San
Chicago.
Francisco. Well,
And then San
Fran,
Francisco,
and then
yeah.
Calgary.
But I don't know who
Yeah.
he was somewhere before that. He's been on the site since S2.
Yeah, he's
3?
been around forever. I love Darian.
I think he was in
It's-
Toronto when Jay was in Toronto.
Oh god.
So,
Oh, was he on the team that absolutely scammed me back in S18?
It's possible.
I could check out.
But yeah, Darian's great. So such a good person. It's really, really made Chicago just a better locker room, and Toronto's getting someone incredible.
What? That's
So
just.
With Flu and Leafs for the win here, I think Toronto's finally getting a good couple picks to hopefully start going up.
Let's not ignore they got somebody else. I forget who it is, but he's also in Yukon.
yeah.
Uh,
Is it Squid? No, it's not Squid.
No, Squid was drafted to Seattle last season.
Well,
It's someone.
they
Someone's there.
had Egg, and then someone.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
who?
crazy, huh? Anyway, pick 7.
I gotta find out who this is because I feel bad for forgetting who they are. Give me one
Pick
second. It's in
7?
the portal. Yeah.
Like you don't know who it is?
Yeah, it's someone. There's a player. There's a person.
Okay.
No, I know who pick 7 is. I'm talking about something else.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
pick 7 is. I'm like, if you don't know who this is, you like.
So anyway, pick 7.
Oh, it's Bobby Kachuk. It's Fuba. There we go. Sorry, Fuba. You're not listening anyway, I don't think.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Dynamite dropping.
Pick 7. Our good friend Jesus Murphy, aka Notorious Tig. Tig was.
It's to Hamilton, by the way.
Yes, to
Yeah.
Hamilton. Sorry, I figured everyone already knew that part.
The Hamilton Steelhawks.
Yes. So Tig was on Ham, and I believe went and created Seattle in the expansion draft.
Correct.
Led them to a cup, and then ended up stepping down, handing the reins over, and now it's going back to Hamilton. Should be a really good ad. Very, very much already ingrained and loved with the Steelhawks, so it's kind of just a slam dunk pick for Halsey there.
As long as
Yeah.
they keep away from coaching, because he coached the worst AAA team in Canada or something like 2 years ago.
He's gonna get so mad at you that you just said that if he watches this.
He told me they were the worst team. He also told me to roast him, and yeah.
Okay, well then fair.
Tig wastes picks, so I guess it's fair to waste a pick on Tig, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Tig, one of the only other GMs besides me who picked maybe only once in the first round in his tenure.
He's got an
these are
Obi-Wan
true
render,
facts.
though, which
Look
is
them
pretty
up.
great. That Obi-Wan render is pretty great.
It is.
It is pretty good, yeah.
All right, and this will bring us back to the Toronto North Stars on the clock.
I'm hoping I got this right here. I don't know. We'll see.
It's possible. We'll find out. Beefon, what kind of room are you in right now?
I'm in my living room. Oh no.
Would you say that the acoustics are pretty good, like 8th overall good?
God. Forgot about this nonsense.
I'd say that they'd be pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
Because
pretty
Toronto's taking Andre La Sombra, the user acoustic.
good. It's
heading to
Andrade,
Toronto,
first
picking.
of all, you heathen.
That was.
You live in
Wrestling.
Ohio, no one likes you.
I don't live in Ohio, actually.
You live in Texas, that's worse.
That's
my
well,
God.
that's fair. Anyway,
Land war.
Acoustic, the first gen in this draft, which I feel like it's been a while since we've seen the first version go as late as 8.
Yeah.
But Acoustic, absolutely worth it. Incredible user. A lot of really good site activity early. Should be a really good add to Toronto, and should pair really well with the Darien pick as well.
I believe Acoustic came in pretty much right after the trade deadline last season, and despite being a DFA where there's not as much activity for those users, Acoustic was still very active, very talkative in the main server, also getting ready to post some media. So honestly, I'm surprised he fell this far. If anything,
I think a lot of that
it's a
has to do.
fantastic pick.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the really top heavy
Recreate
recreates
quality.
we had this
Yeah.
year because
Yeah.
it's like hard to get past the top 7 users who are all pretty much bangers, gonna earn as much as
Yeah.
they can, and people get this league loves to get recreate happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
being able to bring new gens onto a team and having new blood in that locker room is super important to keeping it active. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you just get bored of the same people
Yeah.
over and over again.
For Toronto, it's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But this will bring us to pick 9 with the Argonauts back on the clock with their second first-round selection. And they will be taking Olivia Agante, user Jacob Carson 877.
I believe also a new gen, right?
I believe so.
It is a new gen, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me
Good.
one
I'm
second.
glad to start seeing that run on new gens.
But they've been really active in the S75 server. One of the few people who back up Swoosh when Frenchie bullies him about Dino Nuggets.
Wait, what about Dino Nuggets?
Well, there's a user in this draft, Swoosh, who his profile picture is a Dino Nugget.
Which is the best kind of nuggets.
Yeah, but he gets
Obviously.
roasted by Frenchie, so
Oh well, I mean, Frenchie's
French, so you know.
Yeah.
But Jacob's an active user. They've been earning really well, heading to the.
I do believe that they were top of the class even for like most of the season. I don't know if they still are.
Pretty high up, yeah.
But yeah, they are very high up.
Yeah, 361 is an excellent amount of TP by draft.
Yeah. They've
Yeah.
also been very active in Carolina, at least from what I can see. So, and Seattle's a really good spot. So,
The main thing is just like, the other users have all had pretty massive banks at 5 mil relatively isn't as big, but I'm sure that'll be something they'll work on soon.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of them are recreates, so
Exactly.
they've had
That
an
have all
entire
had-
career beforehand to.
And have all had like high level jobs, either HO GMs or
simming for
been here
30
since
seasons.
Yeah.
S2.
So I think it is a little bit unfair to compare the bank accounts in those regards, but I mean 5 mil for a first gen isn't bad.
No, that's real good.
Yeah.
And that'll bring us to pick 10 on the clock. And the Toronto North Stars with their third, not even just first round pick, third top 10 selection.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I jumped the gun, so you might want to announce it.
Being selected is Timu Salami, the user Swoosh. And speaking of Dino Nuggets, it's him.
Speaking of the Dino Nuggets.
I believe Swoosh came from the ISFL or one of those other leagues where they do things.
Yes.
And he gets bullied by Frenchie, which who knows if it's deserved, but he's been very active. I assume he's earning TP at a good rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, 352. Yeah, 39 million too for a first gen is pretty impressive. Must have taken advantage of some double media or some graphics or something.
From the scouting conversation that I've had with him, he has mentioned that he's done a lot of media, mostly in the form of graphics, and has indeed taken advantage of the double media from time to time. And you are correct, he is indeed from the ISFL. GM's a team there. Unfortunately, I didn't ask which team. But he does indeed GM a team over in the ISFL. Honestly, has been a very good conversation. Very active person, fun to joke around with. Happy to see him go at 10. Definitely deserved, in my opinion.
And that'll bring up the Chicago Syndicate at pick 11.
Who?
Chicago Syndicate.
Who?
Who?
Yeah, never heard of him.
They've had some truly terrible GMs before Moose, like Corey. But
Corey was just a front for Ham.
True, yeah. Corey,
Yeah.
I don't think Corey's ever made a decision.
I will actively admit that I was just a front for Ham.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
We're all Ham in disguise.
True, yeah. But Nike has recently taken over the team. He's bringing in a new era that looks like they're starting a full-scale rebuild that Chicago hasn't seen in what feels like centuries. And they'll be bringing in a player at pick 11 that should hopefully help build towards that eventual goal of becoming a contender again. And at pick 11, they'll be taking the user Baz, literally wizard. I guess when you need magic, you just take
Yeah.
you take the wizard. You know,
Yeah, sprinkle a little bit of magic on that team, and who knows, Baz will probably be able to just turn the team around with an instant. And honestly, fantastic user here. I've had very long scouting conversations with this user. I'm surprised he fell this far. I was hoping he'd fall further, but honestly, Chicago made a fantastic pick. Baz is extremely active, extremely friendly, was a lot of fun to talk to. And while I'm very sad that I won't be able to see him in Calgary, I'm sure that Chicago will be delighted to have him around in their locker room, inject some of that magic into that team. And yeah, very good pick by Chicago.
I don't want to give Nike too much credit.
all right.
But I mean,
so
it
it's
is
a
a good- it
medium
is a
good
good
pick by
pick.
Chicago then.
It's a good pick. I just Nike. No.
Someone in Chicago advised him to do it. Then I guess.
It was
Oh,
all
probably,
me. Let's
yeah.
just be honest.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
pretty sure it was
It's
Ham, but you know.
all- I'm gonna give J and H all the credit, to be honest.
Oh, fair. Yeah,
As I
Jay is
always do.
super active still, so.
Let's all roast Chicago. Let's do it.
True.
At pick
Anyway.
12, we have the Atlanta Inferno on the clock. I hear they were going to win the cup, but then didn't somehow. That's what
Sad.
Mikul was telling me.
And then he retired. Sad.
It's a
Yeah,
likely story for Mikul.
But at pick 12, they will be taking the user Violet Stoica, the user Reno Mitsu.
Aha. Okay. So Reno was drafted to Regina. Very active in Regina, from what I can tell from when I
Doesn't
was
Reno
DFA.
GM Regina?
Other Reno. That's
Yeah,
part
there's
of the fun.
two Renos, both in
There-
Regina.
Correct. This is the not GM Reno. So, but Renomitsu's great. Really, really good user. Really good recreate. Should be really, really good value at where Atlanta got them. And should be a really good add to what's a very active locker room already in Atlanta. So, this seems like a good move all around for sure.
Unfortunately, this is killing most people's mocks, as a lot of people had Reno going actually at 13, back to Buffalo, where I do believe their last player
Correct.
played most of their career.
Amelia Bergman, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Sad.
Sad.
Of course, GMs always ruining the mocks.
It do be like that. That's what they
That
look
is,
for.
that's part of the paycheck, honestly.
Yeah. Even though they get the average, but it'd be like that.
But at pick 13, Buffalo back on the clock. And they will be taking a longtime former co-GM, Bean Beedman Jr. These are Seymour heading back to Buffalo, the team he GM'd. He was the co-GM for prior to Ragnar. And it makes sense.
It's not Buffalo if you're not taking Buffalo recreates. But yeah, I mean, when you've got someone that earned really well on their first player, looks to be earning well on their second player, when you've got someone that's already ingrained within like your team's culture, it's kind of just a slam dunk pick. So really, really good pick for Buffalo at 13.
Also an excellent render. I think that's The Rock, right?
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say something, and you just made me completely lose my train of thought. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I was gonna say we have a surprising lack of trades so far going on in this draft.
I'm
That
liking
is
it.
true.
Don't speak them into existence.
I'm speaking them
Don't.
into existence right now. This is me
No.
speaking them into existence.
Don't do it, please.
Speaking of trades, we don't have one at the next pick. It's Baltimore on the clock.
Oh my God.
I was about to cry.
And the Baltimore platoon will be selecting Inge Bardson. Val is going to have harsh words with me for butchering that later. The user Irk660.
Eric's also great. Believe his last player was on Seattle for most of their career. But Irk is fantastic. I've heard a lot of very good things about Irk. I haven't gotten a chance to really talk with him, but if I have, I'm sorry. My brain is Swiss cheese.
Well, I can definitely say
overall-
that he was a joy to speak to. Very lovely person from Britain. We had a pretty good scouting conversation as well. Does some pretty cool things for a living. Not sure if I'm allowed to say what it is, but honestly, fantastic job. And I think this is a very good pick from Baltimore, as they're going to get someone who, while they may have had troubles with their last player at the start of their career, Irk has mentioned that he very much intends to max earn this time around, like from the very get-go. And so hopefully, Baltimore can get a max earning player from that first round pick.
Yeah, again, beating the dead horse, but the main concern here, it seems like a great player, but the bank, gotta get the money, because being a professional fake hockey player is expensive.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Sure.
And with their third first round selection of the draft, the Buffalo Stampede are back on the clock. Hey, B-Fine, did you have any nicknames in elementary school?
Oh my god, he's doing this again.
Where's it going?
Because I bet they probably called you what this next player is called, Slowpoke, the user Repnar, heading to the Buffalo Stampede.
Repnar is great. So very, very active on the site. I believe pretty active in NL from whenever I peek in there.
Yeah, he is very active in NL. He's been a great user in there. Actually, again, like one of those things, surprised he slid so far, but with all the recreates, Buffalo's getting a good one here. And I think with Lime and a few of the Buffalo people being in the locker room, I think he'll get along real well quickly there.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, when your name's Repnar and your co-GM is Ragnar, come on.
It's
an
an easy
fit. Profile picture too, so pretty goated pick.
I will say I absolutely love the Newfoundland Berserker hat on the Slowpoke.
It's
very fantastic.
It's so good.
It is so good. We need we do not give enough credit to the people who make these draft renders, but they are absolutely fantastic at what they do. And I just wanted to give that little shout out there for this one. I enjoy it a lot.
And this will bring us to pick 16 and 17, the Calgary Dragons on the clock for back-to-back selections. At pick 16, the Calgary Dragons are pleased to select Jack Jumpshot Keegan, the user Sprite Stuff. I hope you get sponsored by Sprite. Help boost that bank account for free.
That would definitely help a lot.
I think that's the first player who has a nickname in this draft, which is pretty neat. Yeah. I don't know what a jump shot is, though, but hopefully it gives you some power and some range on your shot. You scout Calgary, so you might have a bit more to say about this pick.
Yeah, so, I mean, I technically didn't scout him directly ever. However, when he officially joined the league, he had put my name as the recruiter, because it was actually someone that we gained from the Capitals Reddit post that I made last season. And I mean, I was talking to him, just chatting for honestly a long while, and I mean, he's a fantastic person, very friendly, very enjoyable to be around. And I had heard that also in Carolina, he had been very, very active, as well as essentially just trying to make the locker room the best that it can be. And so hearing all of that, my personal experience with him just chatting around, I definitely told Boom to go and see if it might be a potential pick for us. And it seems that Boom decided indeed he is going to be a pick for us.
Yeah, I mean, having someone who might gives you bonus TPE for recruiting them is a good motivator to pick them and make sure they earn, I guess.
Unfortunately, I won't get bonus TPE from that, considering it was from Reddit. But
what's the point of being the recruitment head? Whatever.
It's inviting your actual friends that can give you TPE.
Imagine having friends though.
For real though. For real. But they apparently Caroline is saying, like several Caroline people, Carrie and Frenchie are saying, good luck to the most insane person and lovably unhinged.
Yes.
So that's a rousing endorsement, kind of.
True.
I think I might have some. I might give them a run for their money on that.
I think Fitted still exists, so I feel like we're forgetting
true.
it. But
and Andre's gone, so there's that.
yeah, it's sad, clean.
Sad.
Where's Sergey?
Where's Sergey? I really hope one day he recreates a Sergey
with his negative $17 million in his bank. But at pick 17, the Calgary Dragons will be selecting from the Quebec City Citadel's Frederick Gronlund, the user Hordle.
I do know Hordle. I know Hordle quite well from when I was in Edmonton. And Hordle I think this is his fourth player on Quebec. The last couple were J only on Quebec, but he is dedicated this time to earning and trying to go max TP on it. And if he's able to do that, this is going to be a great pick. I love Hordle. My WSBL GM for the couple seasons that thing existed. He's just a great dude. Really, really good pick for Calgary at 17.
Yeah, great locker room presence. If he can keep earning and stay with the player, it's going to be a really good selection for him.
Absolutely.
I also know him from my time in Edmonton, and yeah, he's a good guy.
Very, very good pick, I'd say, especially because not only is it another QCC member into Calgary, following a couple other ones such as myself, Sonia, and Ryland Murphy, but it's also another Norwegian joining in the team in Calgary with Tom Pedersen, and then once again myself and Sonia. As well as I do believe we have a couple more, but lots of funny synergy there. But hopefully that's going to be a little bit of a motivator for Hordle to earn. Very happy to be a teammate with him again. Staying teammates, hopefully for most of our careers, if not all of it.
But yes, this will bring us to pick 18 on the clock. The Philadelphia Forge will be selecting another very good season from the Forge. Just lost to New England in the conference finals, but those two have been dueling it out for the past couple seasons to decide who goes to the finals in the East, and have been a bit of a powerhouse. And the Forge will be selecting Launchpad McQuack, the user Zanezik. Forge.
Zane has been around in like every single sim league at this point, but was, I believe, a New Orleans lifer with their last SHL player. I don't know if he's still an ISFL GM or not, but he's been in sim leagues for so long. It's a really good pick. Really great guy. I got to know him a bit in WSBL on Hordle's team. And he's great. He's been good in NL as well. Should be a really good pickup for Philadelphia.
Yeah, if he fits the locker room, he's got a weird animated doc render with the new Berserker logo on it, so that's always fun. But it's always good to have a goalie you trust in the long term, who's someone who fits the locker room and brings a good locker room presence, because their on ice presence is questionable as to how effective or how much it matters, I suppose. But should be a good pick for Philly, bringing in a player they like. And at 19, the Montreal Patriots selecting with their second first-round selection. They will be heading to the Quebec City Citadel as well and taking Song Ju-gong, the user Puppy. I think this is our second goalie selected after Launchpad McQuack.
And yeah, 2 goalies in a row. Puppy is a good friend of mine and Suni's. We recruited them last season after they had joined the SSL. Honestly, a fantastic writer who has posted, like, I think 2 medias already over 5,000 words, and one over 3,000 words. So that's where that bank account comes from. Funnily enough, they actually got mistaken for a recreate in someone's deep dive because of that bank account. So huge bank account for a first gen, high amount of TPE, fantastic goaltender. Montreal is getting a great pick with that. Excluding all the bias already from being a friend of mine, but
Yeah, no, it should be a good pick with a big bank account, earning very well. Great first-gen goalie. They took 7th overall in the J draft, so a testament to how great of a user they thought they were coming in, and they've lived up to the hype from everything I've heard, and it should be a good pick for the Patriots moving forward.
Agreed. I've only heard nothing but good things from lore specifically about Puppy. So, yeah, great user. I honestly thought Puppy was going to go higher. So this is a really good pick at 19.
And at pick 20, we have a trade to announce. The New England Wolfpack are trading their first-round selection, the pick 20, to the Atlanta. What is their team name?
Inferno.
And the Atlanta Inferno.
Wow.
Everybody here knew it except for you.
I did just forgot. I haven't thought about Atlanta in so long. I haven't thought
God.
for their Atlanta's S77 first round selection. So that's Atlanta's S77 first round selection to New England for pick 20 in this draft. Atlanta is now on the clock. Kind of, they already picked, but our clock. And at pick 20, the Atlanta Inferno select Edouard Lavoie, the user Amidships.
Well, there you go.
I don't want to say it's a strange pick, but I do believe Amidships was telling people he really wanted to play with Kayemprak, who went to Minnesota.
My understanding is they want to play together, but they don't have to play together. It's one of those things where it'd be nice if it's not mandatory. I know Hot Dog wouldn't make this move if, Amidships wasn't all right with it. And Amidships is a great user. Ole Olsen was their last player, I believe, also a New Orleans Spectres lifer. Really good user, really good player, and just, should be a really good addition to Atlanta.
Yeah, Amidships has been awesome in the rookie Discord and seems like a great user. I just even today he was talking about how he was telling teams he wanted to make sure that he played. So if they're confident in the pick, it's going to be a great selection at 20. It's great value there. But yeah, a bit of a surprise in some respects, but a good pick nonetheless. And this will bring us to the end of the first round.
And so with that, for people who are curious about mock results, if we answer question 21, 22, 23, and 24, it is definitely over 4.5 recreates in the top 10 picks. First team to pass is still unknown. In what round will the first goalie be selected? That was the first round indeed. And which SMJHL team will have the most players selected in the first round? I do believe it is Quebec. However,
Think so.
I think.
yeah, because there's 3 Quebec players. Otherwise,
had 3.
3.
Regina had
Okay,
3.
so Regina has 3 as well. Okay, what happens if there's a tie? I actually don't know.
It
I think
goes
you
to-
get it either way,
Yeah, you
right?
get
I think you get it
way.
either way. Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's a tie between Regina and Quebec.
Yeah, so people who have answered Regina or people who have answered Quebec, you will be getting your credit for TPE.
Well, we think. Let's not.
Yeah, true. All right, we think you'll be getting your TPE. Let's
You
make
should.
sure.
Or nobody's getting TPE for it. Let's go
at
chaos
RuneScape
theory. Nobody
player
gets
on-
TPE for it.
We've
Oh,
canceled
please,
TPE. Mock draft TPE is canceled.
Remember,
Abolish the mock.
please forward any complaints to at RuneScape player on Discord.
Yeah, he'll be sure to just cover for us, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He won't have an issue with it.
No, he's fine.
Also, J&H could field questions as well.
J&H could definitely field questions.
Yeah.
He has 1,000 notifications anyway. He'll never even notice.
True. Also, at Toast Charger, make sure you send him some good Maple Leafs memes.
Oh God,
Pro Maple Leafs, ideally.
we're
As a big
just
Maple Leafs fan,
burying
he is.
people right now.
It's not a draft if I'm not burying Toast, to be fair. It's worse on the J drafts when I talk about all the streaks NL went on against Maine, so he's getting off easy this time.
Wait, we're talking about how NL just absolutely clapped Maine for like 11 seasons straight?
Correct.
Yeah, we are now apparently.
Oh, nice. If only like people here played for NL or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
crazy.
not any of us ever did.
No, unreal.
So are we going to be taking a small break while the GMs continue
No, they're
picking a
fine.
little bit? Or
They are
no.
picking slower, so if we want to take a little
Yeah, I was
bit.
trying to
Yeah.
figure that out. We're kind of almost caught up. We could let's like recap the first round for a
Sure.
little bit.
In the
All right,
meantime, just
who
make
was
sure
your
to
least
tag your
favorite
local
pick?
GM and tell them to hurry up and pick, because
Well,
trade
you
talks
guys are
aren't real, so
recapping
they
the
can
first
fuck
round.
off.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. So have fun.
All right, everyone. Who was
Alright.
your least favorite first round pick, and why was it pick 2?
Well, you see, I feel like taking the commish is just such a cop out. Like,
Right.
if you don't pass on the
can't take
commish,
them.
like you don't, like it's just like no balls, right? Like you just have to, you can't take the commish.
Exactly. It's such a sellout. You're just trying to make yourself look good, and people can see through
Yeah, it's just virtue signaling is what it is.
that. Especially picking someone from Ohio. God.
Yeah, like you're just kidding
Imagine.
yourself while you're down at that point.
Just pick someone from Ontario like the rest of the league.
Ideally, a Habs fan, if we're being honest.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But overall, I mean, it was interesting because it really has been a while since we had that long of a run on recreates right at the start. Usually you'll get, the first like 3, maybe 4 picks, and then you get a first gen, but we didn't get a first gen until 8th overall.
Yeah. it
So
was,
I think that's just starting to show how strong some of the recreates are in these classes.
I think a factor is that there have been a lot of teams burnt by first gens lately that have been picking in these drafts.
That's also
Uh,
true.
So I think maybe it's got them a little worried because like a lot of people look good looking at the draft, and then 2 seasons later they're gone.
With a recreate,
uh,
you kind of know what you're getting a little more.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You're getting the commish, and he's gonna stick around even if he's from Ohio, right?
That's true. But it's interesting too because when you look at a little bit of spoiler into next season, there's some really good recreates in that one too. You've
And a
got
bad one, this Jennifer, huh? Pretty trash.
yeah, except I wasn't even gonna name myself. If you want to boost me up, by all means. But I was gonna say you've got like Phalanx, you've got Kev, Seven's in there now. So you're starting to get some really big names. Mikool's there, although I think we all know Mikool's going to end up anyway. But that's besides the point.
Hey, why was 6 scared of 7?
Oh no.
That's
7, 8, 9.
You're
Yeah.
not playing your game.
I thought there was gonna be more to it than just the joke.
Nope. just a
Uh,
joke.
The joke.
I thought it was gonna be why was 6 afraid of 7? Because look how often he's in the gym, bro.
Does anyone here know when IIHF starts? Because chat is asking.
I am legally not allowed to say no one cares, so IHF is real and people love it.
Yeah, I do. Hold on one sec.
I think everyone should just message Artemis on Discord and
Yeah, and
specifically
say
send
Jackie
Japanese
Orsia.
flags.
Everyone ping Artemis right now
Ping
in the
Artemis.
SHL main server.
But make sure you send like multiple Japan flags saying, "Hey, I have a question coming from my favorite IHF fed," and then see what happens.
Wait, Japan, is that the team that had a hentai server on their
Oh
Discord?
God, don't.
Oh no!
Quiet.
Excuse me?
It was only there. Listen.
It was there, is all I'm saying.
It was there. It was only there for like a day.
Okay. I'm reining you guys back in here.
You know it's bad when Corey's the one reining us in.
Right? That's how you know shit's gone south. Oh my
All right.
God.
Well, let's.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna catch up to them real quick, but let's just do it. That's
All right,
their
we'll catch
fault,
up
not
to
our
them and then we'll
fault.
flame them.
Yeah,
At
I
pick
mean,
21, the Montreal
we can
Patriots are
vote for them.
selecting Charlie Slurpee, the user Slurpee
Serpy, so last player was on Montreal, actually. So, just to bring back, earned pretty well. User that's been around for a long time. Seems like a really good pick to start the second round.
Yeah,
for
I think him and
Montreal.
CK are friends too, so I think it helps when you're friendly with the GM because, like you said, his player was there. I think his player was actually was he brought there in the expansion?
I'm not sure.
I think so. He was either expansion or one of the first draft classes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Slurpee has been around for what seems like forever. He joined when he was like very young, and he's been around for a hot minute. And Montreal clearly loves him as they're bringing him back, and he's got a pretty big bank account, and he's earning really well. So great pick to kick off the second round for Montreal. At pick 22, the Seattle Argonauts are on the clock. And they will be selecting Henry Losenov, the user Gabby.
Gabby, I believe the last player was Marco Barengrove on Tampa Bay, if I'm recalling correctly. Another good user, was part of the season 59 class. Seemed really, really, really well liked by Tampa Bay. And should be a really good ad for Seattle on a Argonauts team that's had a really good draft already so far. And I think Gabby's just going to really add to the draft quality they've been having.
Yeah, I've never heard anything negative about them, so that's
No.
usually a pretty good indication, that they're pretty well
Correct.
liked around the league.
Correct.
And that'll be our third goalie added. So, a little bit of a run on goalies, 3 and 6 picks.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. 18, 19, and then
And
here.
21.
Yeah.
22, sorry.
And this will bring us to pick 23, the Manhattan Rage on the clock. And I personally had this player earmarked for Calgary. Was a little surprised they passed on them. But Ellie Snow Leopard, user Kali Zumix. Calix is a Lumi.
Calyx. Yeah. Calyx is a Lumi.
There it is.
Ellie's
Heading
great.
to the Manhattan Rage.
I haven't gotten a chance to. I'm sure the two of you are going to have more, but I've only heard really good things about Ellie. I thought Ellie was going to go in the first. So the fact that Ellie's going at 23 feels like a steal.
Yeah,
I mean-
he's been very active for sure. Like strawberry milk.
What?
also loves some hot chocolate
Yep.
as well. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the bank account that's probably scared a couple teams away. I know that I've been since Calyx is a personal friend of mine. I've been trying to help her out with media and all that. However, we haven't really had the chance to get anything rolling. So because of that, like the bank account is a little bit low, which is why it might have scared some teams. Not the not the highest TPE in the class, not the highest bank account in the class. However, with the right motivation, which I do think Manhattan definitely has with Sky, as well as Kari. I mean, I definitely think that Calyx is going to be well surrounded to succeed and hopefully have an extremely long and great career. So I definitely believe in this pick. It's going to be a very good one. Yeah, Manhattan made a good selection.
Yeah, and this will bring us to pick 24 on the clock, the Seattle Argonauts. The iBoats will be selecting Eric Vanderberg Jr., the user Vandy.
I love Andy.
I love Vandy. Vandy was my co-GM briefly before he had some health stuff come up, but he's a great guy. He's always fun to talk to. He's a bit of a character, but he's funny, and should be a great pick for them. Maybe not like a 2K earner, but he'll earn pretty well, like probably like 1700 TP, and be a great fit for that Seattle team rebuilding moving forward. I think at 24, getting Vandy is just a great spot.
I agree. Vandy got me into this thing called nation states at one point, where you basically run your own nation. It was really cool. He's a really good guy. Really, really glad I got to know him a bit when he was in Edmonton and when I was still in Edmonton. Really love that pick for Seattle, and I feel like I've been saying that a lot this draft. But hey, when you have a good draft, you have a good draft. So, great pickup.
Yeah, and this will bring us to pick 25 on the clock, the Minnesota Monarchs. And they will be taking the Muon Collider, the user Dork Diplet. First of all, that's just an excellent username, Dork Dipit. Sorry, Dipit, not Diplet, Dipit. Love the alliteration. But yeah, Muon Collider heading to Minnesota. I'm going to guess that they're a forward because... Okay, duly noted. Minnesota has 8 billion defensemen.
Yeah, they picked so many last draft.
Yeah, he's a left winger, earning pretty well with 347 TP from Anchorage, but should be a solid pick. They've been pretty active in the Discord as well. The fact you're still getting active and solid earning players at this point is a testament to the depth of this draft as well, and should be a great pick for Minnesota moving forward.
I believe we have a trade at 26.
At pick 26, there is, in fact, a trade to announce. After mostly making the first round unscathed, GMs have decided they now hate us. And the Atlanta Firebirds will be trading with the Toronto North Stars. The Atlanta Inferno will be sending pick 26 to Toronto in exchange for Toronto's S76 second and S76 third round picks. So that's 26 to Toronto for Toronto's S76 second and S76 third. Well, 26 to Atlanta, sorry. At 26, Atlanta on the clock. They will be taking the Canadian Goose 25, the player Trent Wiseman.
Love that name.
I believe Trent Wiseman finished second in the league in shots blocked this past season. So big ups to him on that one. But
yeah, Goose has been active on the forums, pretty active on the forums, so I can tell. A lot, which is exactly what you want to see out of a first gen. So it should be a solid pick here at 26.
Yeah, I believe they joined a little late, but they've been really active in the Discord as well.
Yeah, they were a waiver claim. I believe by Colorado they were a waiver claim. Yeah, waiver claim by Colorado. But I was the one who actually reached out to them when trying to see if Quebec could potentially have a claim on them. And I mean, honestly, fantastic person, fantastic user, very friendly, very enjoyable to be around. Definitely going to need to up that bank account. But if they have that motivation to, get that bank, this is going to be a fantastic pick for Atlanta. They definitely seem extremely active. From what I've heard about them in Colorado, they indeed just bring up the vibes of any locker room that they're in. So hopefully this is going to be a very good pick for Atlanta.
Yeah, the main worry being that negative 100K bank.
Exactly.
But this will bring Manhattan with back-to-back picks on the clock. With their first selection at 27, they will be taking Mary Hollywood, the user I Hate Racing. And damn, it feels bad to be racing, whoever racing is.
I love Racing though. Racing also a Regina Elk and such a good locker room personality. I love this pick for Man. It's a really, really, really good one. So Racing's not in there a ton, but when they are, it's someone you want in your locker room. I'll just it's I know my words are like not working today, but Racing's such a good locker room ad, especially for 27th overall, and should be a really, really good member of the Manhattan Rage.
So I think
Yeah,
actually 28 was traded.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we're just
Unbelievable. All
I
right.
think Nola sent it to Manhattan. I just don't think we have the trade up yet. Yeah, we do. It's up. It should be up.
What?
Yep, it's up. It'll be up right now.
I'm trying to find it in this dumb channel here. Oh, here it is. Okay.
It should be up on this stream shortly.
Yeah, so Manhattan is sending their S76 second to Nola for Nola's pick second this season, pick 28. So Nola's pick 28, their second this season, to Manhattan for Manhattan's second and S76. That's how they got this pick that I mentioned before. But at pick 28, the Manhattan Rage are taking Herman Stahl, the user Zima. Zima's been a long time SHL user. I think he's also in the SSL and ISFL and probably some other stuff.
I love Zima. Zima was on San Fran with the last player. Really, really, really good guy. Really great user. Pretty sure he made a goalie so he didn't have to max earn. So I don't think his plan is to, but such a great locker room person. Was at one point, an SSL GM. I don't know if they still are because I'm not active there anymore.
Yeah,
but
I joined the SSL and I think I made my player like I Hate Soccer or something, and he took me second overall, and I went inactive right away.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zima's great. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about Zima. Really, really, really good pick.
No, Zima's
Who do
nothing
you have
bad to
something
say.
bad to say about?
Finn. He said
you're not
many
in the
bad
draft,
things about Finn.
unfortunately.
But Zima's a great locker room presence, great guy. Also, we were told we can't say bad things on stream anymore because apparently it's bullying or something.
That's
We were
also
specifically told this, Corey.
I was not part of that conversation.
I'm letting you know that this is why we have no bad things to say about anybody except Finn.
Well, I said bad things about
Except
Darian,
Finn,
so.
Okay, that's fair. But
You
Darian
did, that's true.
But yeah, Zima's a great guy. It should be a great pick for Manhattan. And, getting a good active goalie in there is always a benefit to the team. At pick 29, the Seattle Argonauts are on the clock, and they will be taking Jean-Jacques Francois Jacques Jean from the...
Let's have someone who actually speaks French say that.
Do we have anyone in here?
Got it. I got it.
Naomi's literally
Yes.
Quebecois.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need to see the name again. Give me a second.
29 overall.
'cause,
It should be up on the
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah, there we go. Alors, Jean-Jacques François Jacques Jean is
love
going
it.
to be taken
See?
by
Sounds
the Seattle
so much better.
Argonauts.
Straight out of the no show.
Good old Rots boy. Rots, still helps with a lot of the back end stuff, for streams and stuff like that. Really, really, really great user.
Yes,
Big ad for-
our sheet would not be working properly if it wasn't for us.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that is correct. Yeah. So I love Rots just for that alone. A big part of the main class that also had Kaya and amidships. Like I said, Corey's gonna give me crap for it, but another great user, another
Yep.
great pick.
Yeah, but the player name is from Shoresy, if you don't know. It's one of the Quebecois players there.
I did not know that. I don't watch Shorzy.
Is
I
the
also don't watch
render
Shorzy.
also
Yeah,
the
the
player?
render is as well.
Okay,
It's
so it
the
is. Okay.
yeah. Frenchie was going to make his player this guy, but now he can't because it's stolen.
Ha! Ha!
Get fucked, Frenchie.
Sad.
The Minnesota Monarchs are on the clock at pick 30. They will be taking a longtime Los Angeles Panther, Nicholas Wasteland, the user Wasty, heading to the Minnesota Monarchs at pick 30.
Yeah.
He was the individual who founded the Los Angeles Panthers, did their logo, their graphics design, and the whole 9 yards there. Been around for a very long time. Has an absolutely massive bank, and recreated after a while away from the site, but hopefully should be a key piece for Minnesota moving forward in the future.
I
And
agree.
once again, Minnesota obtaining another defenseman.
That is true.
I mean,
Didn't
you're
have
hoping
enough.
that in a couple seasons they'll have like the best decor in the league.
Also true.
That's what Texas did.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
right
at
now we're on
pick 31,
31.
the Chicago Syndicate will be selecting Jordan Bamford, the user Bamford13. Bamford is from the ISFL. He's a super active guy. He went like second overall 3 drafts ago. He's a very active and beloved member of locker rooms he's in. He's very friendly. He joined really late as after the deadline. He's like, whatever, just put me in this draft anyway. I believe he's planning to make a fighter goon kind of guy, but heading to Chicago should be a great pick for the locker room, even if he's going to end up putting all of his TP in fighting. Should be a good pick because he's just a great guy and really fun to talk
Oh,
to.
so he's gonna be Juke Jr. Got it.
Yeah,
I do believe this is the player that already has 19 in fighting.
Yeah, he threw it all in fighting right away.
Yeah, it is incredible.
That's
Yeah.
a Nike pick then if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it is. That
Yeah.
is quintessential Nike, and he's probably
Yeah.
stoked on it.
And officially looking up the stats, he has officially since last time I checked upgraded his fighting to 20.
Yes.
So
Yes.
20 fighting
I love
dream
it.
is real.
He might be my favorite player in the draft. I'm just saying that right now.
Yeah, I mean,
fuck you,
Bamford's great.
Darren.
You'll love him
It's
anyway. He's just a friendly guy. But
Yeah, no, but just 20 in fighting, just at the gate. Come on.
this is why you don't let people from Boston run a team because they just take whoever has fighting TP.
Oh man.
And I mean, this is very good. His second high, one of his highest stats afterwards, is his speed stat at 8 because he does need to catch up to the opponent to be able to beat them up.
I like it. There's some logic to it. I get it. I get where he's going.
Yeah, he needs to have that speed to be able to catch up.
Where he's
to be able
going
to
is the
catch up to his
penalty
opponents.
box.
He's gonna get there fast. Okay.
Yeah.
This is my favorite build of all time. I'm glad somebody's doing it. Hey, Enforcer and Goon builds are banned for a reason. We're about to find out why.
It's literally that's all he's gonna run is I'm gonna run it just as an enforcer fucking goon build. Oops, I swore. I'm sorry.
Reminder:
love
this
it. I
stream is
can't
not for
wait.
kids.
I did mark it not for kids. That's true.
I've already sworn to. It's fine. Anyway, so speaking of people from Boston running teams, pick 32 is San Francisco.
Yeah, you didn't mention children running teams though.
Well, it's Park Hills. You already said people from Boston.
Yeah, why not both?
But the San Francisco Pride on the clock. They will be taking longtime recreate, who's recently come back for another stint at the SHL from probably from the Washington Capitals Reddit. It's Crutch, Carter Crutchfield, heading to the San Francisco Pride.
Yeah, I have a wee bit of insight on this one. So San Fran's really was looking defense on this draft, and Crutch being, I believe, top 10 in TP, pretty high up in the class in TP. A good pick, a good recreate. I believe was on Hamilton with the last player, but I think that was before my time, so I could be wrong.
I think it was Texas.
Was it Texas? Okay, I wasn't 100% sure. But Caleb, I know, had really good conversations with Crutch. I know was really, really hoping that Crutch was going to fall to 32. So a really big ad there for San Francisco.
Crutch is honestly awesome. Like anyone who talks to him is like, this is great. It's just whether or not he sticks around.
Yeah, that's the
which has been
biggest thing
problem.
with him is if he sticks
But-
around or not.
If he sticks around, he's like a top 5 pick, honestly.
For sure.
He's fantastic. Crutch is awesome. Everyone loves talking to him that I've talked to. Yeah, it should be a good pick if he stays. And this will bring the Texas Renegades with their first selection of the draft on the clock. And they will be taking Kamo Durga, the user Drokeep.
Yes. Drokeep, recreate, I believe season 61 was their last fight with Hans Groff, who ended up on Philadelphia, I believe.
Honestly, knowing Drokeep, I'm confused as to why he dropped, and then I saw his TPE level, and I was like, oh, maybe there's some earning issues there, but like, I think he's a pretty well-respected user.
Oh, absolutely. I believe formerly co-fed headed Germany with Toman at one point. No, Drokeep's great. I'm not sure on like the whole TP side of it, but I know went high in the draft with their last player, earned well with their last player too. So I'm not 100% sure, but Drokeep's a fantastic user. So getting someone like that at 33.
We have a bunch of trades coming up, by the way.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
we do.
30. Yeah. But yeah, it should be a good pick for Texas as they keep a stable of, low picked but high value users coming in to cycle into that lineup and keep a very strong team going. And this will bring up a trade to announce. Where the hell is this one?
You really spoke them into existence.
I
Yeah,
can
you
announce
did.
it. So Seattle
Piece of
is
shit.
going to trade their S77. Well, I guess San Francisco's second pick and San Francisco's third pick and 77, 76 to San Francisco, and San Francisco's sending their 75 second, which is 34th overall, to Seattle. So it's a little convoluted. San Francisco's getting their pickbacks from Seattle, and San Francisco's sending back pick to Seattle or something. I don't know if I said that right, but
San Fran's getting their picks back from Seattle in exchange for pick 34.
yeah.
And that'll bring at pick 34, they will be selecting this San Francisco Pride. San Francisco's sending. No, that's not. You mixed it up, Corey. You fucked me up.
Okay, look at
San
it.
Francisco
Look at it again. Look at it again.
San Francisco is sending their 77 second and 76 third for pick 34. Baltimore's pick.
Oh, to Seattle. Oh, I see. Oh,
There it
I
is.
don't get to and from. See, this is why I shouldn't say anything.
Corey cannot work in the post office.
Yes.
Oh,
To
my
and from
God.
makes no sense to me.
Oh,
But at pick
God.
34, San Francisco will be selecting the player Supa Dupa, the user CR225. And I'd have to ask Skyler if that's a Cristiano Ronaldo reference, maybe. I don't know.
So
I'm
this
sure
pick,
he hasn't mentioned anything about it in QCC.
this was 100% a lore pick.
Yeah.
Because I was watching this one develop in San Fran. So, it's, yeah, Lore is a big fan of CR. I'm pretty sure most of Quebec is, to be honest, because Caleb also being in Quebec would be aware. So he seems to be earning well. I know a little bit more on the quiet side relative to some of the other first gens in this class, but seems committed, seems to want to keep earning. And I think Laura and Caleb kind of looked at it and said, why not make the move for it and looking to add a good first gen into San Francisco. And now between CR and Crutch, they have a whole 2 prospects. So
I mean, honestly, he's been a fantastic person. Like, as you mentioned, he isn't the most vocal person, but when he's vocal, it's always a joy.
yeah,
Either cracking like some fantastic jokes, making some great commentary. Honestly, a pretty good pick in my opinion. Naturally, there's going to be a little bit of QCC bias there, but I mean, from personal experience, he's been a lot of fun to talk to.
Yeah, hopefully that negative 950K bank account goes up soon. But should be good
Yeah,
to
that
defend
is the big issue.
It's fine. Money's not real. Nothing's real. None of this matters.
It all matters.
We're all brains in a vat.
There's another trade, by the way.
What do you mean there's another trade?
There's
There's
another trade.
to
Alright,
announce.
Kayla,
At
alright,
pick 35, the Seattle Argonauts are trading pick 35 to the Baltimore Platoon in exchange for Baltimore's S78 second. So S78 second to Baltimore for pick 35.
Wait, the trade I have up on is not the actual trade, right? I have no idea what's going on. We're just going to skip that. We're just going to say that it's Baltimore's pick. Ignore everything that I just said.
35, Baltimore will be selecting Cameron Kalishnikov. The user Cameron269. Nice. Let me see if I can delve into things here. Cameron has not really been around the rookie Discord that much since the new year. But maybe they had a conversation or saw him in Discord and figure they'd shoot a dart in the late second, and if he's active, it should be a solid pick for him. A goaltender with around 300 TPE and a decent sized bank at 6.5 million. Should be a solid pick for him. And it's a burly dude carrying an axe, so that's what you love to see in your goalie. Pick 36 will be forfeited. Pick 37 and 38 will be passed, and they'll bring Buffalo on the clock at pick 39.
Which does finally answer the second question for the mock, because I do believe that the forfeit doesn't count, which means Manhattan is the first pass, which means I do believe it is the Atlantic Division that is getting the first pass this draft.
Yes.
Sure.
Because
Yeah,
forfeits don't count because we all know because the
count.
the GM here just likes to forfeit his picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's because of the puns I made. They made me not have the.
That's
pick.
exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Puns.
that. I don't know what else it could have been anyway. Anyways, 39 Buffalo on the clock. Buffalo will be taking some bum ass named Ono Gaboglian, the user Ragnar.
Oh my god, I just saw the render.
The render's great. Yeah, Ragnar, again, I'm pretty sure I said it during the J draft, but make sure everyone post your gnome devs in the chat. That's all I got. Just post your gnome devs.
This render though.
A fantastic render.
But the art historian, Ono Gaboglian, is the co-GM of the Buffalo Stampede. The only reason he's fallen this far in the draft. Whopping $550 million in the bank, 350 TP, premium position defense. He's a great pick. And
Definitely should be max earning as well.
Yeah, should be an absolutely key part of that Buffalo core they're building up with this just absolutely stacked draft class they're having today.
Mm-hmm.
And at pick 40, we will have the Texas Renegades making their second selection, and they will be taking Sebastian Levesque, the user Seb.
Seb's great. I know, I believe a GM in the ISFL, if I remember correctly. Seb's a really good user. Should be a really good ad for where it is. There's still some really good picks coming out. But yeah, 40 overall to close out the second round. Solid pick. Should be a good addition to that Texas team.
Man, I can't believe the GMs are still going.
Yeah, right?
There are
certain
GMs that'll throw darts at anything that walks.
I was definitely not one of those.
Yeah, I
It's a lie. I was totally one of those.
Well, fuck you. You're the worst then.
Yep.
True.
Okay, if everyone didn't already know that, then I'm sorry.
Also true.
Yeah, I just want to make it the official position of the S75 SHL Entry Draft that Corey's the worst.
Got it. Perfect. I'm so glad that that's on record.
Pick 41, the Montreal Patriots will be selecting, and they will be taking Journeyman, the user Brickwall35, their longtime goaltender, recreated as around the same time that most of the team, the Moose, and I believe this player he's looking to play for every SHL team once is his goal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so,
essentially is trying to make it so that he goes to essentially every team. So we'll see if that officially happens. I do believe he's in Kelowna right now. We'll see if Kelowna is going to be honoring his request, and we'll see if they trade him this offseason. And if not, we'll see if Montreal will honor that request once he ends up going up to the SHL.
Yeah, but good user, good pick. He's part of JHO, I believe, or was.
He still
and,
is.
should be. Still is. There you go. Yeah. So following this far, it's definitely a factor of wanting to check out the as many teams as you can. But it's a good user heading to this point in the draft. 42, the Seattle Argonauts will be selecting Grody Bronson, the user Gribix. And if ever there was a goon name, I feel like Grody Bronson would be it.
That
I mean,
is a
to
good
be
point, but
honest-
it's apparently Jordan Bamford.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's actually Jordan Bamford.
We should change all goon names to Jordan Bamford.
True.
We
I think
should
it should be
change
an
Juke's old player to
official-
just be Jordan Bamford, yeah. But Grody Bronson, he's around 300 TP, just under at 299, 6 mil in the bank, so he's earning quite well with a solid bank. It's a really good pick for this point in the draft. Seattle's going to be pleased to be getting a user like him, who performed well in Vancouver this season. And I don't know who that render is, but they have just an absolute neck. That's just what a neck. And then Manhattan will be passing at 43, which will bring Toronto on the clock at 44.
Well,
And they will be
I think
taking-
there's a trade
Fuck off.
because wasn't it Calgary's pick?
No.
I mean,
No, it
no,
wasn't.
it was traded last offseason.
Okay, so it's just wrong
Uh,
on the board.
Get
Yeah, it's
absolutely
wrong on the
fucked.
board.
Okay.
It's wrong on the board.
That's fine. Just making sure.
Yeah.
And Toronto will be selecting Caspian Levi. Something like that. It's a weird. I don't know what they're going for there. Intelligent P8396, heading to the Toronto North Stars. That's a username. It feels like one of those randomly generated usernames you'd get from a site.
Intelligent P.
Yeah,
I mean, specifically with the numbers added onto it.
yeah.
It sounds like one of those old Xbox Live names where they just combine two words and give you a couple numbers.
Yeah. Maybe
It
this is
might
the
just
part of the
be-
AI takeover.
I was gonna say it might be like a Reddit because I feel like isn't that what Reddit does with theirs? So they give you like 2 random words and then like 6 numbers after it.
Not sure. I mean, I was able to choose my own Reddit name, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, 287 TPU with 2.3 mil in the bank, coming from the Nevada Battleborn. Should be a great pick for Toronto for throwing a dart at a solid piece, especially on the back end where players are slim to come by. So should be a good shot at becoming an impact player in the future if they stay active and keep earning. 45, the Minnesota Monarchs are selecting Mass Stranger, the user Stranger77.
Ah, this render is beautiful. I'm just gonna say that
I'm
Can't
gonna
wait to see
guess
it.
are they a goaltender?
they are.
They are
Yeah.
indeed.
It is a gorgeous render. It is amazing. You just wait. Ah, look at that.
Oh, it's Henrik Lundqvist. Yeah, that
Love
that
that.
explains why you love it so much. But 330 TPE with money still in the bank at 710,000. It's a very solid pick at this point of the draft when you're getting players. Usually it's at this point players who are inactive or barely earning. But he's keeping up with a lot of the first round picks in terms of TPE. Should be an excellent pick for Toronto moving forward.
Yeah, naturally, it's just a little bit of worry in that bank account, but that's something that can easily be fixed. So could turn out to be a very fantastic key piece for Minnesota.
46 Toronto on the clock. They will be taking world-renowned famous painter of history, Vincent van Gogh, the user VRappa, heading to the Toronto North Stars. Hopefully they have 2 years, though, instead of just one.
You know, but it'd be more fun if they only had the one.
Well, he definitely doesn't have 2 front teeth, is what I'm seeing on the render.
I also love that.
But yeah, so Vincent van Gogh, 300 TPE, the minus 1.4 mil, a bit of a concern, but a solid pick for this point of the draft for sure. 47 will be a pass from Hamilton, which will leave New Orleans selecting Lucas Konecny, the user Konalu, heading to the New Orleans Spectres.
Lucas, a fantastic pick for New Orleans. Hasn't been the most vocal in the Quebec locker room, but just like Zupa, whenever Konelu does show up, it's always a joy. Typically talking about drinking. Very
like
much
them.
known for
fan.
very,
Big fan.
Yeah.
very much known for their love of alcohol. Honestly, a very solid waiver pickup by QCC. Fantastic save percentage the entire season. I think led in shutouts as well, with a total of 6. I mean, his player definitely popped off last season, and hopefully he can end up being a good goaltender for New Orleans.
Yeah, that'll bring Tampa on the clock. I think this is their first pick of the draft at 49. And Dwight will be selecting Noah Smith, user Omij. Something like that, I don't know. Heading to the Tampa Bay Barracuda.
I think that's the first pick for Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Should be a good pick. I don't know much about them, but it should be a good pick.
I mean, for this late in the draft,
Barracuda
anything
prospect.
that's active is a pretty good pick.
Yeah.
For sure.
And now we go on to pick 50.
And at pick 50, the Seattle Argonauts will be selecting someone Toronto probably should have taken. It's James Madison, the user Waldo.
Okay.
James Madison is in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
is this
oh.
Waldo, like Waldo from like way back Waldo?
You mean like where's Waldo?
No, the PvE user Waldo. That's all I need
have
to
no
figure out.
I do believe that like I had a brief conversation with them when they joined, and they did, if I recall correctly, they did state that they were from another sim league. However, I do not recall. Unfortunately, my memory is not the best. But indeed, it could be.
That's
it could be indeed.
That's fascinating. That's real fascinating. I'm supposed to be nice.
I feel like we're missing it. Oh boy. Okay.
Please send me a message later if you'd like to talk about that.
So Corey's banned from this, anyways. Moving forward, pick 51, the Chicago Syndicate will be taking Carter Mendenhall, the user Kimar.
Guys, this is another amazing render. I just want to say, it's real good.
Okay.
Is it Lundqvist once again?
It is. In fact, Lundqvist once again.
But Kimar's been semi-active, not super active on the earning side, but he's been in the Discord now and then, kind of getting a groove for the SHL. So moving forward might be more of an active earning presence, but should be a good pick for Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I've seen them active on the site a bit. So the fact that you can get someone that's still posting on the site at 51 It's a good pick. Has potential to be a really good pick for Chicago.
And I mean, to be honest, they're not that far behind either. So this could end up being just a fantastic pick for them. So
Absolutely.
And at pick 52, the Toronto North Stars are also dipping into the Yukon market. They'll be taking Peyton McBride, the goaltender, the user Peyton. Very similar boat as Kimar, kind of learning about the SHL, a bit young, but kind of just getting a groove for the SHL and earning and putting the effort in and getting that TPE, but definitely active on the Discord and a presence in the locker room.
And then I believe we moved to pick 50. We're on 53, right?
I have no idea where we're at. This is where all starts to get hazy for me. Yeah, I think we're at 53.
yeah,
53, the Texas Renegades are selecting Shoddy McStopper, the user Tonzi, heading to the Texas Renegades.
Former Edmonton pick, if I remember correctly. I don't remember where we picked them. I thought it was a second round pick in like 60. I want to say. So a recreate coming back to the site could end up being a really good ad for Texas. I'm not sure how active they've been, but still could be a good ad.
At 54, the Baltimore Platoon are selecting Bojangles, the user Mr. Bojangles.
I love it.
I
just on the
thought
name
he was going
alone.
second overall briefly for a bit, but turns out he's ended up at 54.
So much. It's just on the name alone. I don't know if you guys have ever had Bojangles, but it's very, very good.
We don't have Bojangles here.
I have, and it is very, very good.
Yeah, I figured Corey might be the only one.
Top tier chicken.
It really is. It's so good. I say as Bethany just got home with Canes, so.
Of course she did.
Yeah, of course she did.
Oh, so when you said you were getting food and I said, are you yelling at Bethany? You literally just yelled at Bethany?
It was all rude.
At pick 55, the Buffalo Stampede are selecting Alexel Kamensky, the user Racing.
Oh, that's how I know the user. It's from NL. I was like, I know that user somehow. Definitely still talks a little bit in NL, but not a ton. If they become active again, it could be a really good steal. But as you do late in this drafts, it's like throwing darts at a wall, hoping you'll get someone to come back and be active.
Absolutely.
And the GMs are still going.
Yeah, they are.
Can't
Although
stop,
I
won't stop,
think
or something.
we're at the GM picks at this point, though.
56 to 61 are passed. 62 is the Seattle Argonauts on the clock. And they will be taking notable bust and criminal, Wellerman, the user J1020. I think he's inactive now, so doesn't matter.
So sad.
63 to 64 will be a pass, and that will bring the Minnesota Monarchs on the clock at 65. And they will be taking Supreme Dalek. Is it Supreme Dalek? I'm not sure.
probably Supreme.
Yeah, probably. The Whovian. I'm guessing they're a fan of Doctor Who. Heading to
Gotta
the
be.
Minnesota Monarchs at 65.
And next is 68.
68 will be the New Orleans Spectres, and they'll be taking Roman Czechmanik II. These are Pratt K
Yeah, New
1987.
Orleans has drafted already, right? This isn't their first.
Yeah, they've
No.
taken several players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've taken a few.
I just forgot about him.
So, Pratt K is actually paying attention to the draft. Regina Elk player. So this actually has potential. You've still got someone that's at least engaged in the league, paying attention. So this could be a really, really good pick for New Orleans if they end up staying active and running. So there's a lot of good potential on that pick. So I just wanted to throw, just because I saw them active in Regina, I want to throw a quick congratulations out to Pratt.
Yeah, I mean, 285 TPE, 2.2 million in the bank also isn't like it's nothing to scoff at, but it's not definitely not bad. It's for this late in the draft, honestly, it's just fantastic. Even
Yeah.
A good pick that has the potential. It's magic beans. You throw it and hope that it grows, and I mean, potentially can get something really, really, really good out of it.
For sure. I mean, that's really all you're kind of hoping for here, unless you have some inside information, which has happened before. People have been like, oh, well, this person's on vacation and they're coming back, but doesn't tell anyone besides one person. I've seen that happen.
Sorry. What?
We got
Who
some
would
people
possibly
guilty
do
of
Well, I'll have to work on my cough, sorry.
that.
Pick 69, the Tampa Bay Barracuda will be selecting
Buccaneers.
Florian Hash. Fuck it, they're pink. Who cares? Fuck you, DK. Fuck you. These are Zaitsev heading to the Tampa Bay Barracuda.
This is really unraveling quickly, guys.
Yeah, we're getting through it.
But hey, you got the meme pick. I'm glad DK didn't pass on the meme pick. That's all I'm happy about. It's happened in a couple drafts, and it's always very sad when someone passes 69.
Well, to be honest, I mean, knowing DK, from experience with last draft, something tells me that if he does it again this draft, he'll be picking well after everyone else, picking up everybody else who's remaining in the class. So.
Yeah, standard DK. But 70 to 74 will be passed. 75, the Buffalo Stampede are taking Blant Chorsky, Northern Beastman, straight out of Warhammer Fantasy, it seems like.
I'm not a Warhammer guy, I don't know.
76 to 81 will be a pass, bring up the Argonauts at 82. And they will be taking Warwick Windsor, the user Allegiant.
Ali, I believe, is going J only on this player, which is the only reason Ali would fall this far. Because Ali's a great person, great user. Really glad we were able to get them in for a little bit in San Francisco.
Oh my god, you're talking about Allegiant. I'm like, Ali. Oh, Allegiant. Yeah. Allegiant, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck Windsor.
Corey sang the quiet part out loud.
Well, I like Ali. It's just it's an NL thing.
Oh man, it do be an NL thing.
I can't help it. I had to say it.
That's true. I do love Ali as a user.
Yeah,
though,
a great user, awesome dude. But yeah, probably going a J only, which would drop. But yeah.
Yeah.
But that will bring up passes probably 83 and 84. 85, the Monarchs will be taking Wyatt King, the user Wyatt, with 3 T's, because why not? And then 86 and 87 will be passed, with New Orleans picking at 88, taking Wonderbread, the user Wonderbread. And 89 to 94 will be passed. The Buffalo Stampede will be taking Connor Ray, the user Connor Ray. And 96 to 107 will be passed. And we've now caught up to the GMs, so it's their fault.
I believe there is one team left, and they're looking to see. I think there's like one person that might still be left out that could get picked, and it'd be Nola. So please hold to see.
Joe has forgotten about us. He's preparing for the Buffalo game. Let's be honest.
That's true. He's got a pit to go jump into.
He's gonna break several tables.
Well, have you not seen that? That's the new thing. Someone broke into where they're building the new Bills stadium, jumped into the pit, and then they won. And then every time they went on a losing streak, people would just jump in the pit. So now people are just proactively jumping into the pit that is their new stadium to like will on wins. Because, you know, Buffalo.
Yeah.
True.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think the last pick is about to happen. We're like getting real time updates here. And after Joe said we wouldn't catch up, I'll show him.
So it does seem as if New Orleans is going to be making the pick.
Everybody boo Joe.
Boo. He's in my draft class now. I have to bill him.
Cocky much. Your draft class.
Yeah, I was there before he was. It's not my draft class, but
It's in.
cool.
It's in.
We're in.
At 108, the last pick of the draft, the New
Let me
Orleans
get the card
Spartans
ready.
picking
Go ahead,
a
just do it.
15 hitting player from Nevada, Carl Hatchjamal. The user Rusty. This will conclude the S75
I don't even
SHL
have
Entry
one
Draft.
for him, so we can't even do that.
Yeah, because I believe he was undrafted last season.
I just
So
showed
it's like a
someone else's card.
carryover.
Wonder Bread gets a second go on stream.
All right, and with that, we have concluded the 75 draft. So
Just a reminder,
congratulations.
Save
Sorry.
Jert from his misery and apply for the event head job. Somebody? Anybody?
Please.
Literally anybody?
And also congratulations to everyone that was drafted today.
Oh yeah, I guess that
I
too.
hope you all enjoy your new teams, except for Edmonton didn't have anyone. Never mind. Okay, so hopefully you all enjoy your new team.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. I hope I didn't screw this up too bad. Y'all did
No, you
much
did
better
good.
than me.
Just a standard amount of screwing up.
True. It honestly, this was real smooth for a draft.
Yeah, honestly.
When we hit the inactive players, I just started rushing through them because
You did, and it made my job much harder because I was trying to get cards up still with inactive players, but I should have just stopped, but I was doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, no, they'll never see this, so fuck them.
True.
I just want to say Jordan Bamford has the best build in the SHL, and everyone else do better.
True. Chicago wins the draft again. What else new?
Good draft, everyone. It was fun hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
And I'll see someone maybe possibly for next Sunday.
Possibly.
I won't be here.
I'll have to see if I can.
You
Yeah,
probably
I don't-
will probably not see me, so.
That's completely fair. We'll have to see who all we can actually get for this.
All right, I'm ending the stream.
Cool.
Later.
Everyone have a good time.
Bye all.